Hey, it's Michael Saul with the Stock Market Trading Watch List for Tuesday, October 11th, 2011. Let's take a look at some indexes and some key stocks. S&P 500 over the 50-day moving average since breaking down below it in July. Since first breaking down below it, right, in July and staying below it for August, September, and whatever it was, 10 days of October. So a nice expansion here, all right? And now I talked about it on the S&P video on the blog, but this bounce right here is now the biggest one-piece bounce since we entered the bear market, right? So it's bigger than this. It's bigger than this. Now, together, A, B, C, it's not quite as big as that, but remember, this is just in one piece. Okay, there's no zigzag here. I guess there was a pause day on Friday, you could call it, but there was no zigzag. So this 1197.42 is going to be key and critical. That's 78.6% of this swing down. If we break above that, it's suggestive that we go to a new high in this correction. Okay, that we test and likely break to a new high in this correction. As of right now, I am still saying that this market is in a downtrend and in a bear market. Okay, we don't have a follow-through day yet. I'm watching for one. I don't know if we're going to have a successful one. I still believe that the bear could come back in and send us back to new lows here. So I have to watch for the follow-through day because this is something that definitely gets my attention, this type of reversal. But I am certainly not sitting here just saying, okay, I'm just going to wait to go long. I mean, follow-through day doesn't have to happen, and it doesn't have to stick if it does happen. Okay, so just very important, something to keep in mind here. But I got a lot of emails and talk about the article I wrote on the site, and I also sent an email out to my list. You should all join my list. It's free. Just go here. So people may start to think, oh, you're bullish now. Well, I still think we're in a bear market here, okay? But I'm open to both possibilities. If we do get a follow-through day, then I'm open to saying that, okay, it's time to start leaning to the long side. But right now, no. And even with the big day that we had, the volume pulled in. You could see it here, and New York volume was light. It actually had a good first hour, and then it just kept petering off. So even though you're going to see really nice gains, the volume does not back it up, and the follow-through data is not just based on price action. Here's the NASDAQ 100, 200-day moving average coming up. You can see we've already been above that once already for a couple of days before coming back down. That's something to watch. The Russell. Okay, Russell had a big gain, but also was the leader on the downside on Friday. 50-day moving average right here. So we'll see if that runs some resistance for the small caps. And the Dow, like the S&P. Okay. And over its 50-day moving average, 89 would be next. And if you draw a Fibonacci retracement on this swing down, you could see bang right into the 78.6. So let's see what happens Tuesday. Like I said, I'm expecting digestion at least in the morning. I talk about that on the S&P video. All right, here's the semiconductors with a nice gap. Here's the banks. Here's the banks. Okay, 50-day moving average still has to be respected until broken. Here's the brokers. Same thing, 50-day moving average, cyclicals, okay, 50-day moving average, right? It's a little pattern here. Okay, XLB with a really nice bounce here off this low. Still the 50-day moving average. Let's look at the healthcare, 50-day moving average. Let's look at the drugs, defensive sector. Okay, this one, watch the 200-day moving average. Okay, it broke broke back above it back here. Then we came right back down. What about retail? Let's see what retail looks like. Okay. Yeah, retail broke back above the 200-day moving average. Now, if it could take out this last reaction high, okay, could be back in bull mode here for retail. Something to pay attention to. Biotechs, yeah, not as well as the other sectors here. And you can see the 50-day is a cap, but really strongly trending down. 50-day moving average should provide some resistance, although it didn't on the S&P and the Dow. You see, ripped right through there. All right, oil, 50-day moving average. Okay, here's the OIH. Still has a little bit to go to the 50-day moving average. All right, let's look at some stocks. Exxon. Okay, nice move here. Watch that 200-day moving average. Conoco. Okay, above the 50-day. Watch that 89. Could still be forming a base here. Okay, Hess. 50-day potential resistance. Schlumberger, as my friend calls it, even though it's pronounced Schlumberger. 50-day moving average here. Gold with a big day. Okay. 20 EMA. Watch for potential resistance. That's on the GLD. We saw the coil coming into today and it broke. Look at silver. Yeah, I mean, it had the gain because of the gap, but a real narrow range candle. Okay, so this puts us on watch for a move. All right, let's look at some stocks. Apple with a nice pop. I posted on the blog. If it got above resistance, watch for a 388, I think 50 or something. It closed above that. That was a nice, almost a 4-point pop from my resistance level. If you're not checking out the blog, you should during the day. I know some people can't trade all day or watch all day, but I usually like to post some commentary, usually on the market overall, but occasionally I'll throw a stock up there if I see something moving. All right, here's Amazon, 234.34. That's an estimate. I'm not putting these numbers in exactly here. Okay, let's look at Googleicious. Okay, right into the 50-day. Again, what happened last time was a nice reversal. So pay attention here. Okay, big day up here, but look at volume. This is not bullish. Okay, that's not bullish. That's not bullish volume. Price action, bullish. Volume action, no bullish. Okay, Baidu, watch the 200-day if it keeps going, but it's had some rejection off those highs. Here's Cena. Yeah, just, to me, this looks more like a bear flag than anything else. May get to the 20 EMA as potential resistance, but watch this. This one could drop again here. All right. Sohu, 20 EMA, watch that as potential resistance. Okay, we already looked at Baidu. Don't know why we went back to it. Goldman, yeah, a little narrow range inside day. It had the gain because of how poorly it closed on Friday, but the 20 EMA still looks, it's keeping a cap on things. Bank of America, 20 EMA also. Let's look at a couple that we had going into Monday. NLC with a nice move, broke out of this little consolidation. See if it gets any follow through. Don't like that volume was below average. And yeah, I know it was a bank holiday on Monday, blah, 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 but still, don't like that. Very careful there. Selg had a monster gap up. If you took the first half hour consolidation, or the first, yeah, I mean, even then, you know, you were kind of capped with how far it can go, but it was a nice one. About 1.5 looks like. All right, that's if you took that. If not, then it just gapped and went away from you unless you bought the open. Okay, a couple more today I want to look at. DG. All right, DG. See if this can pop out of here. Once again, don't like the volume, but this is more of a pause candle. So if it broke and volume came in, this could be one to keep your eye on. And then this right now Had a nice breakout on Friday. Okay, but then today, and then Monday rather, I keep forgetting that even though it is Monday when I'm doing this is for Tuesday. On Monday I had this spinning top candle. So if we do get a pull-in overall in the market, this could be one. This could be a short candidate for a trade. Okay, don't like to sit here and go, oh, that's a strong stock, let's short it. No, but with the spinning top, it could be a sign of exhaustion. Okay, so just to recap, we looked at some stocks, and overall in the market, we are in the process of printing the longest swing since we entered this bear market, longest one-piece swing. Have resistance coming up. Expansion came on light volume because of the bank holiday Columbus Day on Monday. So let's see what the bulls can do when everybody's back in front of their desks. Should be at least a consolidation morning on Tuesday, and it may consolidate for a greater part of the day. But if it's just off to the races right at the open, if you have tactics to get on board, great, but I'd be really playing it close to the vest here because we are very overbought and we are in a bear market. So, in my opinion, a nice short should be setting up. And maybe it only becomes a small pullback before we ramp up, and maybe the low is in, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. But, even in a bull market, okay, a move like this, it gets tired. So, look for a pause at the least, okay? Talk to everybody again on Wednesday. Have a great trading day on Tuesday.